And today, we're going to be playing more Hogwarts Legacy. So, we are building up to the third trial, meaning we are getting very close to the end of the game. Which is also...
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
So...
Accio.
Oh, fuck's sake. I can still win this. Like that.
Remarkable shot. Accio. That's the way to do it. Accio. Bested.
It's only going to get harder though.
Well done. Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game, though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
So... we have to go here because Sebastian wants to speak. Like an absolute numpty.
Can you explain why I have received a letter from a muggle claiming to be the mother of a friend of yours asking me to afternoon tea? What did I tell you about making friends with muggle-born? I am highly affronted. You will not associate with this friend anymore. And if I hear from this woman again, I will see to it myself that you don't.
Jeez, relax, bitch. It's just a friend. Whether Muggle born or not. I mean, Harry Potter was a friend with a Muggle born. So was Ron. In fact, Ron basically married a bloody Muggle born.
Believe what I've learned.
Alright,
What
let's have
did you
it.
discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I didn't even learn Crucio.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
To be fair, we should.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Fine, let it be your grave.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
And this is how you trust
I'm not letting this go.
Neither am I, my friend.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
And that's how you gain his trust after shit happens. The number one thing is, if you want him to know, try and be on Ominous's side. Like, he actually even said, I'm glad you wanted me to know. Because he didn't want to not be kept in the dark. Which, I think for Ominous's way of seeing things and experience of shit, I agree with.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything alright?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry. How exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Marmaduke, if the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry. Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
She has a point.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
Okay, fair enough, of course.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help.
You're lucky I can go straight to Brockborough and go from there.
I need to find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start. Confringo! Should have known a herbologist would use devil's snare. A troll? You can't be serious. Confringo! Adios! Tago! Bombada! Confringo! Spelliarmus! Bingo! Stupefy! Bombada! Spelliarmus! Confringo! Tago! Stupefy! Bingo! Stupefy! Spelliarmus! Bombada! Confringo! Stupefy! Bingo! Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants. Confringo! Lumos.
Oh shit.
Confringo.
Okie dokie.
So, that should reverse the curse. Hopefully. Bombarda! Revelio.
Okie dokie.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
Right then. Let's stop all this bullshit and start getting epic.
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus, just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Well, there was a troll in the tomb.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course, I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt. Thank you again for what you did.
Yeah, whatever. Tangled web.
You up to now?
It's inside the building. Of course it is.
Still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
You wouldn't know it by how many I've killed lately, but honestly, I'm terrified of spiders.
Lucky you. Sounds as though you've been able to overcome your fears to a degree. You may not like what I have to say next. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and are acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Oh, great.
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
Sorry about that. With my mum being an idiot,
I'll
not
try my very best,
phone.
Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Bitch, I'm doing it. I don't give a shit if you don't want me to do it. I'm fucking doing it. You always want to try and get stronger before your next trial because it really helps.
I'd best keep an eye out for spiders.
Bombarda! Confringo! Lindo! Expelliarmus! Tego! Stupefy! Stupefy!
They're even more aggressive than I'd expected.
Confringo! Bombarda! Lindo! Confringo! Tego! Confringo! Stupefy! Bombarda!
Surely that's the last of them.
I know I've got arachnophobia, I don't like spiders, but now I'm thinking maybe I probably should take arachnophobia mode off. If I can bloody find it. Arachnophobia mode, here we go. Because, well, there's no point in me trying to be fucking pussy about this. I've got to fucking do it anyway. Ooh, that looks way more sharper. Performance.
Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman.
H, I have delivered the spider venom's requested prompt payment. Is now due. The new cluster of spiderlings in the side of the workshop have almost hatched. I can avoid more venom soon. Once, of course, I have been compensated for the last delivery. Mary Portman. What the fuck are you
Mary
doing?
was breeding these things in her cellar. That means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end. This is where Mary bred
Oh, it has to do that.
Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. A ladder. I'm not sure I want to know where this leads. Best be ready for whatever I may find down there.
I know I hate spiders, and I'm actually starting to shiver because of it.
Exacts. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse. That's one exact destroyed. I should get the rest. Confringo! And it must be this
I have to be careful because baby spiders are not unpleasant to fight.
Revelio. Confringo. Bombarded. Confringo. Eight legs is simply too many.
Yeah, it fucking well is.
This is definitely going to anger your parents.
I finally found the perfect place to breed my spider colony, and it was quite literally under my nose the whole time. My cellar, why didn't I think of this before? Why hasn't anyone for that matter? My spiders are growing big and strong, and the silk they produce will make me a fortune. I'll have wealth at last. No more scrimping on frocks when I'm in town. It will be marvellous.
I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders.
Oh, you son of a piece of shit.
I hate to think that they see me, but I don't see them. Bombarda! Confringo! I'll let you harm Angie any more than you do. Bombarda! Confringo! Spellion! the spider sacks.
But this ain't going to be the end of it, though. Oh, we're about to face the big mother one in a minute.
No, wait, that's the last one. And she's angry. I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life.
I knew there was a chest somewhere in this bloody place. Combat. And we need to do 100 of all these things. 10 more trolls. We need 21 more in theory. Okie dokie. Right, whoever even bothered to do something like that, I'm sorry, should be shot. Right, let's just get back to Hogsmeade. If I can sort this out. I'm sorry, this looks so much more like a movie now.
Back. Nice to see you again.
Well, that's shit. 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 We don't know about those two, but that's shit. That's shit. Well, that's unidentifiable. That shit. That shit. Oh, defense. I might keep that and see if I can actually up it. Let's see what happens.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Dunn. She was an innocent victim.
Poor Mary. Fighting for the Hamlet to the bitter end, no doubt. A noble sacrifice. She truly was a remarkable woman. Remarkable. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend, but you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it, but I'm certainly relieved. I imagine the first order of business will be to help the Hamlet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the Hamlet's rebuilding.
Glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in Arranshire.
To dearly departed Mary.
Right, we need to come... I've just realised we have to come up here because this is how we get to breed the animals now.
Please come and talk to me.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. And what do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deed suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Now, I think I've actually got 2 thestrals. Yeah, I got the male and I got sepulchre, so I'm fine on that behalf. So where I need to go is back to Hogsmeade.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
I need to purchase one thing. Get that.
Like finding
Get that.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
So now we've got 102 shitting things. Thank God for that. But we got very low amount of money. You know what? I'm not too concerned. It's probably not what we need to do. We were trying to save up, but I wanted it a lot.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Somewhere dark.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Well, we want to check this thing in, check this thing in. Oh, for God's sake, I put the wrong one in. Right, one I had the Derry Cool. Okay. So we need to get another Frooper and another Derrickle. Okay, so the good news is we can actually get 3 extra ones here. I need to stop. I need to stop trying to do that because that's just right. And then we can do this, then do this. We should be alright. If we go to my collections, no inventory, and then go to beasts, we got these two. These two. Of course, ancient magic.
I shall avenge your death,
Knowing our meat, he's likely studied here.
The Canis Major.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Well, that's been solved. Okay, we need to add that. We still have to learn that one. Because if you look, we ain't learned no unforgivable curse yet.
Lumos.
You won't get away with that. I may have underestimated. What have you done? Marvelous strike!
Lumos. Lumos.
Right, let's continue going up then.
I've always said that travel
There's a much quicker way of getting down there. But that would happen.
Revelio.
to cut back on pudding, which took you for a troll.
Revelio.
You call that spellcasting? Had enough. Most gobblers in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
These rocks have seen better days.
I almost captured a grapphorn in the forest. It escaped, but still.
Trolls are up for a bit of dying, are we? Yeah. I won't bet.
The parrot.
Our encampment in the tower.
Little moon, kill those glass off of me. You can't stop us.
Remora.
There we go.
Revelio. That wasn't too hard.
There's a lot of this grey bit. But, to be fair,
Lower Hogsfield needs them. There must be some.
Revelio. 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 Confringo! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Confringo! Alohomora.
Okie dokie.
Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio! Leviosa! Revelio. Confringo! Bombarda! Alohomora.
Okie dokie.
Revelio.
Rightio then, okay. So now that's like that. We go to collections, come to here.
Alohomora.
But, well, I need to go. Lord of the Mare. Alice.
Shame nobody saw that. Lumos. Alohomora.
Ooh, okay. So this is a treasure map.
Interesting to see where this leads.
Okay, so we've got more talent. We can use that to that. So by the time we get 36, we'll only have 4 more. The finger casting restores some amount of health. Okay, what we're going to do is go back to Hogwarts and do this. Okay, so there's two that will help. Well, if I do that, okay. So the next one we need is a job on all. Lovely jubbly. Because it was about to be fed. Cool.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
29 minutes it will take. Oh my god, yeah, the hippogriffs are fucking mental.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Right, we got one more quest. But we're not in too much situation.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
Because we can come down here.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Tomb of Treachery.
Where is this leading me?
Okie dokie. Oh, yes. Let's check that. And then I believe it's one of these two. 99. It adds more defense, but it takes 18 away from that. Collections. Taxidermy wall hangings. Why is displaying taxidermied creatures?
Considering the bones, I'll assume this is a tomb. Confringo! Not my fault you're a deadly good.
Okie dokie.
Why is this door locked? Must be something around here I can climb on. Brilliant. The first piece of the puzzle. Lumos. One down, two to go. Confringo. Lumos. Success. In theory, what are they protecting? Let's hope you stay there this time. The 9 rocks on the map. Glad to have got something. Eureka!
Huh. So practically there's now 4 more infamous enemies. Okie dokie. Well, no, I'm at 36. Quick exploration. 12 more of them. How many of them? 5 more of them. 9 more of them. There's 4 more of them somewhere. And there's only 1 more of them. 5 more of them will be somewhere. So I need more beasts. I need to breed more. Right.
Stop right there!
If I go to Quare, okay, it's literally just the one.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horndale Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
Okay, this is getting fucking ridiculous. That's not even what I want. We're gonna have to change this to the normal uniform. There.
centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
3, 2, 1.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbot behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Perhaps they never left.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
I wonder if you could put a waypoint. Well, not a waypoint, but you know.
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I'll make mulch.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
What in Merlin's
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Did you hear those goblins? Ranrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
Revelio.
Fuck, being spotted.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Would you like me to put you down?
Nothing more than luck.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you, brother friend? Careful not to get...
I'll check your pocket. Stop right this here.
Lie down before. I see you.
Let me out, like to put your dragons, do you? Let me out,
This isn't a fair fight. What do you know?
We don't have time. We need to bring her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
Piece of cake.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
Of course it
I don't
is.
think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
But now, she didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Don't worry about me. I can hold me ground. The castle's literally over there, popping.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
So this is the underground harbor. Lumos, the Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social. Revelio. Lumos. That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Oh, that's the easiest one. Snidget. The golden snidget.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis. If you've seen Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, you'll know that Felix Felicis is the other name for liquid luck, which matey actually says, can anyone tell me what Felix Felicis is? Maya says Felix Felicis is the another name for liquid luck.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According
Every
to Beedle
fucking
the
bastard
Bard,
knows that.
The Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
It's not the snitch. Believe it or not, it's actually the quaffle.
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race,
But
it cannot be used to change
technically,
species.
that kind of got proven
I suppose this has gone
discorrect.
on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The International Confederation of Wizards. It's the longest
The
name.
International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect.
Oh.
The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council.
I'm trying not to do this without looking.
In 1707, after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Oh god. I think it might be the Viper Tooth or the Iron Bet. It's one of them, but I could be wrong. It could be the Opali. I have the image of the Opali being the smallest, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna go with it.
Antipode and Opale.
No, I'm sorry, but
Thought
the
so.
answer was the Peruvian Viper Tooth. Though the Viper Tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft. Quincy Hogg. Aha, this is a trick question. Because everyone will think it's Quincy Hogg. Because of Hogsmeade. But it's, if I am correct, it's actually Hengist of
Woodcroft.
That's right!
Told ya.
It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Demiguise.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
AKA a Dementor.
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gamp.
Gamp.
That's it. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Oh, this one's he never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder.
Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw.
Oh.
According to parcel mouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
I want to say it's the Amazon rainforest, but I don't think that's correct.
Amazon rainforest.
No. Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amartentia.
That's the answer. Amartentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your word.
Deal.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Have a sacking. I think it's have a sacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimblus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimblus Mimbletonia plant...
So far, some of these ones are easier than some of the other ones.
The Pepper-Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linfred of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linfred's previous work to create the Pepper-Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
North America, ain't it?
That's right. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless.
Correct. The 3 witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the Kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Gamp, wasn't it?
Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend.
And so we shall.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Don't care, Natty.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
Of course, it's beautifully done, is it?
Broomsticks. It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
The assignments have helped.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can, in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs.
Yes,
I'll
Professor.
provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell...
Uncle Roland sent us back. He often asks us.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you.
The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the trip to in the open, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could...
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about...
Well, there we go. Top of the class cloak. Yes. So another 2 for here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. And we're going to just save the game here. And how long have I been playing this? Over 2 hours. So, yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, press the notification bell. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!